Hey, my friend, I just realized I actually brought my batteries, so I wouldn't need to worry about, you know, using all the batteries. I'm going to run with some friends at this park later, and I will certainly need to record that. And that's why I worried about not having enough battery. If this is the only battery I have, I actually bought the battery pack in the back. I don't even remember. But anyway, I can just let myself talk a bit more until my friends get here. It's only 7:37, so they'll be here in about 20 minutes. So what can I share? So lately I have realized again, life is like school. There are multiple subjects that you need to study and just spend time on. Like in life, you have career, health, relationship, family, learning, and more that I haven't named yet. There are definitely more subjects to study. What do I mean by subjects to study? Just imagine you're still a school kid, like you have exams at end of the quarter or semester, and you are not suddenly taking one exam for one subject. You have multiple subjects, right? And you need to study them both. You need to take all of them to pass whatever the requirement, right? Especially here in China, if you want to go to a good high school or middle school or university, you need to be good at every single subject. Otherwise, your final grade is not gonna be good, right? What's the correlation here? It just made me realize I cannot simply focus on one subject. No matter how important this subject seems to be, I simply got to understand there are more subjects. There are more things, more areas that require my attention and effort and time. Sometimes you don't want to, but you must to. You must spend some time on that, like family. What do I mean by family? Like, you must be willing to take the time to have the hard talk, especially after months or even years of non-communication or miscommunication. You guys just have so many, episodes of frustrations, misunderstandings. Yeah, you need to untangle those. You need to just unravel those knots, the psychological knots. And it takes time. It takes effort. And you must be willing to do it. Otherwise, this subject, you're gonna fail at it. You're gonna fail. You're gonna just find out later how this subject is equally important to your life as a whole, right? You cannot just simply ignore this subject. Some people just take the very passive approach. My family don't understand. I really don't want to deal with my family. I just give up. I focus on other things. Yes, you can do that, but later you will realize that's one subject you don't want to miss, and you will regret that you didn't spend enough time. Whether your older families or younger families, they all require the same amount of time to be loved, seen, heard, recognized, acknowledged. Everybody have the same basic psychological needs. They all want to be loved. And it takes time and effort to love someone. If someone needs to feel loved, you must take the time to do what they would feel loved. Otherwise, love is just an excuse. You are not really loving. You are using that as an excuse for not doing it, for not taking the time and making the effort to love someone. Love is a verb. Okay, family. What about else? Recently I've been thinking a lot about learning AI. I think it is a very crucial subject that I must do well in this AI era. I just simply don't know much. I am so ignorant. I only use Gemini chatbot, and that's it. I've never tried other tools, programs. I've never tried to build something. I missed out, I've missed out. Because I'm a content creator, I need to do lots of work. If I can build some AI systems or AI tools that enable me to do less work in the long term, that's very ideal. That's very natural at this time, I think. If you're not using it, you're just simply lazy. So, learning AI, not only AI, but everything else, everything that, will serve me well in the long term, I must spend some time to learn. That is one subject. I can really see that in the future, this world will run differently. If you're not learning, then you will be behind. That is the price I'm not willing to pay. I never want to be behind. I can choose to be behind, but I don't want to be like having no choice but left behind. You know what I mean? That's different. I can renounce money, fame, status only when I have those. If I don't even have money, fame, and status, I can't renounce shit. I just simply can't get it, So, my plan is to take the time to learn and figure out, build things so I can create videos, content more efficiently. I can share more valuable lessons in content, whether format, written format, or video format, or podcast format. That is a very important purpose of my life. That is how I bring service to this world, to this civilization. I am a human. I share my living experience, my lessons along the way to help other humans to live life better. That is the purpose of my life. One purpose. Another purpose is to really bring warmth, love, positivity to people around me. Not like strangers on the internet. Not just people from Brazil or Japan, but people, my hometown people, my family people, my relatives, my cousins, my fathers, my mother, my grandparents. I want to use my presence and existence and knowledge, time, resource to help them live a better life. And of course, another important purpose of my life is to truly enjoy life, truly experience life, love life, love every moment. I'm trying to. I can't at the moment. Sometimes I get frustrated and disturbed, and I just simply couldn't love my life. But I'm trying. I'm trying to shift perspectives and help myself to love life again. Okay? Look how beautiful it is. Lots of people are showing up. I'm just here by myself. Later my friends will join. Meeting here. And we're gonna run, I think, at least 2 laps. 2 point some kilometers per lap. So around 5 kilometers would be good. I'm not, feeling physically energetic that I want to just run like 20 or 30 kilometers, but I certainly would enjoy running like 5K, talking to some friends. And later I'm going to Guangzhou with my girlfriend and her sister and daughter to visit my girlfriend's mom. Yeah. So last night I also had an episode of unhappiness with my girlfriend. I mentioned something happened in my family, and I just simply couldn't share with anybody else, including my girlfriend. Yet I still told her I wasn't feeling so well mentally. I was disturbed. I was feeling exhausted, drained, and I wanted her to understand. We were at a mall waiting for a table in a restaurant, the Sushi Roll restaurant. I actually gave up waiting after 2.5 hours. We first arrived at 5:40. I went there with her sister, and then like another hour later, she came after work, and then someone is yelling slogans, running club slogan. So yeah, after that, I just asked my girlfriend to go for a walk with me because I wanted to tell her about my disturbance. And I told her I wasn't feeling well. I wanted to explain, I wanted to help understand that I wasn't feeling well, so she doesn't have to guess what was I feeling like. But I just simply couldn't tell her what really happened in my family as privacy. So, but she didn't understand. She kept asking, tell her like what really happened, who got some what, like she kept asking. I just keep telling her like I can't tell you more. I can only tell you that I'm not feeling well. I need your help. I need you understand. I simply want to just go on a walk with you, quietly holding your hand. I just need some love. I need some support. Just be here for me. Yeah, but she keeps asking, and I understand. She's like, she likes this. I don't know. She likes gossiping. She wants to know, especially something stimulating to her. Even somebody's struggle and pain could be stimulating to human. It's not only her thing. Everybody likes to know other people's problems, but yeah, simply just can't share. And I got really frustrated. I told her, it's okay. I'll just walk back home. I'm not eating here anymore because they were still waiting for the table. That's crazy. I think they at least spent like 3 hours there waiting for that table. It's not worth it. To me, I can totally spend that time doing other things instead of just sitting there outside of the restaurant waiting for a table. Yeah, I just went on a walk myself and then went to sleep early. I mean, not that early. before they came back. I didn't even know when they came back. I woke up once, but just momentarily, and then I fell back to sleep again. And this morning I woke up at 6. My girlfriend came downstairs and asked me where I was going. Because I packed my bag. My plan was to come to the Thailand park and join my friends for this weekly run. I mean, I haven't been here for like 3 weeks, and then I told her that I'm not going to Guangzhou anymore. You guys go. I'll stay in Shenzhen and get some stuff done. Because that's really what I want. Like, I want to take the time and just write more and reflect more and think through things. But yeah, she just said, all right, whatever, something like that. She went upstairs. I left, and then about 10 minutes later, I changed my mind. I feel like I shouldn't really hold a grudge, because I could understand, like, she's not that compassionate. She's relatively cold, about other people's struggle. So it's not her fault. It's just different, People are all different, right? People care about different things. And she couldn't see that in me. She couldn't understand my need and fulfill that. And I don't blame her, I don't have to use that as a way to blame, or as a blame that she doesn't love me, she doesn't care about me. It's not that, right? I understand that, so I forgave her, just quietly, mentally. So I texted her, I will still go with you guys to Guangzhou and visit your mom, which means I forgave her. I don't want to let what happened last night, change our plan. And I could understand her mom will want me to visit as well, and they all will feel happier if I could go and visit them. So yeah, I told her, and then she texted me back directly. It was my fault. I'm sorry. That's what she said. So it was not so good, and they turned out well. And it actually just, I don't know, made me feel more optimistic, because my girlfriend is smart enough. She felt that I wasn't happy and she did something wrong. She could apologize, and I like that, That's one thing I need to recognize. No matter what happened, at least she can, own what she has done. That's something I recognize. Okay, it's 7:55. I'm going up and meeting my friend. I think they will come here in a few minutes. Alright, thank you for listening and watching this, man. I just really appreciate your time and curiosity and care about me. I hope what I shared can bring you something, whether clarity, inspiration, courage, wisdom, love, positivity, energy, whatever. I hope you can find strength and just shift that perspective. When things happen, you can always shift your perspective and look at things and circumstances, situations differently. Then you'll feel free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Once you are free, you feel happier. You can be more grateful, thankful for what you have. And then you're less miserable. You're less unhappy. And then you're happier. That's all it matters, right? If you're happy, everything's good. Alright, one more look. Thank you for watching and listening. Today is March 7th, 2026. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Peace.